Welcome back, ladies and gents, and welcome to the second show match series that we are playing here now today. This is the teamfortress.tv, our i52 fundraiser. My name is Getawale. The gentleman who will also be speaking, his name is Admirable. The gentleman making that insane, crazy squawk noise. Wow, what's going on there? Are you just so excited?
Buddy?
Yeah, no, well, you know what? You're not going to take me off the game. We have two top teams that have experience at I-Series LANs put off by, who is it again? Multiplay? I almost said Wireplay. It's not right at all. They don't put it off. But at any rate, it's classic Mixup. It's Epsilon. What's up?
It sure is, and there was a question mark over whether Epsilon were aware that they had to play this game. Enigma was panicking slightly because there was a few Epsilon players offline on Steam, but nothing to panic about. They've actually been warming up for this game. I think they had a little scrimmage there, so they're taking this very seriously. Clearly, you know, they want to make a name for themselves because they've been shaky this season. Epsilon roster has gone through various changes, but the one you see before you is potentially. Well, they would tell you it's the one that's going to land, but you know, all the gossip mongers out there, they're still expecting changes. Although, that being said, apparently Numlock is going to come back 3 weeks before LAN and play for Epsilon. But, you know, Warher, yeah, he's got an opportunity to prove himself between now and then. So it mightn't be as cut and dried as that, Will.
Yeah, I think that's the big issue that we should talk about here first, is that Epsilon, they had a fantastic season in Prem, don't get me wrong. And we did some casting of that, you and I, here and there. But they had a lot more drama than maybe they're used to. A lot of roster changes. Mike was kind of back and forth on classes. Soldier demo. Numlocked, of course, is now coming back for I52. He was the one that was there with them at I49. And just an interesting season for Epsilon. But they pulled through and they persisted. And they're going to have War now. War, who... like to ride off his performance at I49, saying he was the world's best demo. I think he still says that.
You know
it. Yeah.
But yeah, John wrote.
That's a big change, and having War on this Epsilon roster is very different from what we're used to seeing. But it's been working great.
Yeah, so far they haven't perhaps had a real test. They beat Rocket, my terrible team, fairly convincingly, although we were missing players. Yeah. But then the most recent game they played was against 425, and this was the first game in the Premiership post-update, and we actually saw War off-classing as heavy for the entirety of Viaduct. I'm not sure if Viaduct's going to feature today, and it was probably just specific to that map, but they did choose to drop the Demo Man for a heavy, just favouring the more reliable damage output of the heavy against the sort of new uncertainty brought about by the Demo Man change.
Yeah, and so one thing that we want to talk about as well is that there are some familiar faces here, although both teams may be playing with multiple subs. I see some different names. I see Kozins and Zaloxes on for Team America here. And I see some different names too. I see Lulu, I see Samzy, all kinds of... So very different lineups. We're going to talk about how some of these players were at previous I49, I46.
Well, Lulu is Bash.
Oh, it's Bash, yeah, right, of course.
And Sam is playing for Kyler, although they did play previously in Germany and the German national team. Kozin is in for Harblue on Medic, I understand, I'm being told.
Yeah, Zalox in for Plat.
And Harblue, he says Harblue will be here later, but Zalox ringing for Plat on demo. I guess these classic mix-up guys were just scared. They're like, yeah, we're going to throw out a team of ringers here and wash our hands of the whole thing. Say, oh.
Well, you know, they are ringers or mercs, but they are not, it's not like they don't belong. Kozin plays normally for Street Hoops eSports, who is another top North American team who took part in some of the other show matches earlier this month. Zalox, another top North American player, maybe a hair under Platinum in terms of skill, but Zalox has had fantastic moments in the past and competitive as well. But certainly not the final lineups here. Samzy's fantastic as well. I would say Samzy and Kyler very close in terms of scout skill as well. But he is a merc.
Well, you know, I'd say Sam's better, but you know, that mightn't be the popular opinion Kyler's got a lot of fans too, but Samsey was Scout of the Season last season, and the ETFTL awards are never wrong. That's why I have won Caster of the Season so many times.
They're never wrong, ever. But before we get started here, we want to remind everyone who's just joining us that this is a fundraiser event. That's why these show matches are going on. We want you to visit i52.tf to get details on our fundraiser. We are trying to raise $13,000 so that we can send to the best teams in North America to the i52 LAN in Coventry, England, where they can showcase and go up against the best European teams and from beyond, perhaps Australian teams. But go to i52.tf. You can make donations there. There are prizes, or not prizes, but there is one raffle, but you can pick stuff up. There are some rewards for donating. Nothing as good as the reward of helping these teams go to England, though. Right, James?
Absolutely. Although these guys clearly didn't think it was worth their while showing up and actually playing the show match platinum.
Wow,
just think
being called out publicly on the
$12,000 like that without even showing up and getting smashed by Epsilon.
So we have a medic calling out a demo here live on the stream. I'm wondering what Platinum will have to say about this.
I don't even want the Platinum t-shirt anymore. I want Platinum toilet roll so I can wipe my ass with that guy's face. Wouldn't even show up for the in-show match.
Gonna wipe his ass with Platt's face. So already bombs being thrown down. Yeah. Well, if you're out there and you're in North America, yeah, you might want to go and donate some money so that we can help these North American guys go to Europe and maybe beat the crap out of Admirable, hunt him down in real life, get him out of his house in Ireland there, and beat him to death with a sack of potatoes. But yeah, I mean, it is a show match, but I think these players take it fairly seriously. We have TLR joining. TLR, one of the players that was at, we talked about earlier, at i46 on the victorious i46 Mixup team. These are two sort of institutions of TF2 Admirable who have been through many lineup changes, but Classic Mixup and Epsilon, they've been around forever.
Yeah.
And they're still around, and they seem to sort of come together once a year for these LAN events, and that's why they are so important, and we love them so much, is, you know, these guys come out of hiding, and they fight for their country.
Who is the other soldier normally for Mix-Up these days? Is it Dave AC?
Dave AC has been playing, yeah. So Dave AC was someone who returned, 4 or 6 months ago after a hiatus. Fantastic
TLR,
soldier.
He's still got the goods. How come he isn't playing this season? Is he too busy pounding college ass?
I think so. I think he's too busy pounding college ass. I don't know what that means, Admirable. I'm a respectful, religious young man. But no, I mean, at any rate, chase and tail, yeah. At any rate, you know, these players do come out of their hiding for these LAN events because it is the chance to go and represent your country and show that you're the best that TF2 has to offer. And that's why we're here. So one last time, i52.tf. Go to that URL. Samsey has tagged up as Samsey for fun, which I appreciate. That's giving a shout out to the gentleman he's replacing, Kyler, for fun. Got an XD in there too, so we all know he's smiling.
Yeah, interestingly, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna start some drama there, but I'm just gonna bite my tongue for once.
I've never heard you start drama, Admirable. For all the times we've cast, you've been a nice young man. You've never said anything controversial. I feel like I know what you were...
I think Sam is an upgrade here for Kyler. Just putting that out there.
Well, if Kyler for fun is out there
I would
listening...
like to see Sam playing for Epsilon at LAN. Just putting that out there as well. Slick, if you're listening, axe Kyler, pick up Samsey. He deserves to win that LAN with his buddy Bash.
There you go. Big words. The man himself, big ads, dropping bombs. For anyone that's wondering, we are playing first on the New York server, which of course is a location in North America. So that will certainly seem to favor the North Americans. Speaking of North America, though, I'm going to watch Zalox. See how this rollout goes. He missed his jump there a little bit. But rolling out to mid at any rate, trying to get that damage out, but being slow to mid is not going to help his team too much. Already there are many of these Euros up top. Big jump coming in, and it was... Squid already got a pick on Nox. TLR went down to Mike. Lots of frags going down. It's a 3v3 situation, but perhaps with a health advantage. is Epsilon. We see these scouts on Mixup gonna just stand out there and bully this point. Squid on a little Squid on a little tear himself. Squid is tagged up as CLN. Wow.
Enigma there, man, was 2 HP at one point, hiding it in the elbow, and he let Bash walk past him, got the kit, then came round and killed the Bash, and like all three of those remaining 3 players managed to survive for Mixup despite that pretty dire situation. Look at this, Tech is up top, and he's baited in the jump there from Seagull just as Mike comes forward, but these 2 soldiers find themselves very weak. Then the heavy weapon guy comes in from War. He's running the heavy, no demo man here for Epsilon. This is a thing.
We're taking the mic. Maybe he's just a full-time heavy now. I don't know. He's maybe just given up on the demo class altogether.
Oh,
Wants to be
Mike
the world's
is in.
best. A Seagull. Pick there.
Well, he's onto the medic as well. Magic rockets from Mike there gets Cozen down to 50. But this heavy weapons guy from War is yet to make it up to the high ground. Doesn't matter though, as Bash and Samsy are putting the hurt on these remaining red players. But oh my god, big drop there as Enigma comes in from behind, kills Nox and Tech there. Enigma with a 3k I think in that last passage of play, but big drop from Nox on the North American server. I'm gonna blame Ping, okay?
Blaming Ping. Well, these scouts, I mean, we talked about how strong they are, Enigma and Squid. They are battle tested, and you know, oh wow, we have a big headshot. Tech picked out Squid. Sniper there. Mike is in no man's land. Gets taken out by the Uber combo here, and maybe this is what War was planning for, having his team backed up to last, patrolling as heavy. Has War been on demo? I don't know what I'm seeing here. War, yeah, the you know, self-proclaimed top demo in the world, just kind of cleaning stuff up here.
Yeah, after the Dairy Crafted basically, and he said like maybe running demo to mid is good because you're fast, but after that heavy superior. So we're sort of seeing this mindset in action, but whether it'll be resulting in a victory or even entertaining to watch remains to be seen.
At any rate, well, Heavy Man coming up above, just kind of coming into lobby here and trying to deny this whole lobby. If a Heavy gets targeted down, it can be very easy to take out. You get a soldier and demo on him or something like that, real easy to get a Heavy, but look at War. I'm drawn in. It's like a plane crash, ads. I don't know what I'm seeing here.
Seagull's in here. Oh, no, the Jukes manages to hop back onto the steps there. Seagull won't be able to land a killer rocket there, but Nox does choose to Uber out here, and the Uber has been milked successfully by Koza in quite a few extra seconds here for the cleanup, but they haven't managed to find any frags just yet. Mike is on death row up there. He's waiting for the kit. Manages to survive the onslaught of the soldiers, but now finds himself trapped by 2 scouts.
Squid gets him. Squid with 6 HP up above. There are 3 players up for this Epsilon team, and if you're Mixup right now, you want to get in. They're still trying to hold on and pretend like they have a strong defense. TLR is going to try to come around the side here. He wants to go in through secret here. It's the scout out. Kozen, meanwhile, is way back and still in lower lobby. Is this push aborted? I don't know. He's trying to do it now. We've
still on, baby.
Yeah, here we go. Just barely eking out that last point. A little bit of tentative play by some of the players on Classic Mixup, but they managed to stick it out and get in there. First round goes to them on this American server.
I really like what Enigma did. He just ran in on main and went into the shadow area and drew like 3 players down to him, and if his team had been a little faster they might have just wiped them right there and then, but then TLR went in as well and they kept sort of drawing the Epsilon players all over the place. Very smart play, but right onto Nox and forcing him out through the choke. Nox can't stay in this mid fight, and he's going to encourage the rest of his players to leave, but meanwhile Epsilon find themselves 3 down. Tech first to die respawns just in time to help defend on 2, but they might just have to sacrifice this because Nox is nowhere near having an overcharge.
War, I'm watching him, he doesn't seem to be playing up his whole new sort of play style of demo with sticky traps and whatnot. He's finally now trapping up the door in lobby. But I'm just watching him, waiting for him to go heavy. We have a lot of action going down, actually. Someone snuck in. Tech went down. Tech was trying to make something happen, but gets double teamed there. Both teams have Uber now.
Here.
Sticks get deaded, and in comes Classic Mixup.
This is sort of dumb shit War always used to do, where he'll hold forward to try and get like 1 frag and put himself at total risk there. I'm sure the demo man isn't that important anymore, some would say, but giving away an easy frag there to Enigma. He will respawn in time after these Ubers have been traded. But I think he just got bailed out by his team right there. It's going to be 6 on 6 now. War is back on the field. Samsy playing heavy, denying War from the chance to go heavy. Perhaps that's their strategy. Play heavy so that War can't.
Maybe. War very lucky there, dodging the deaded stickies in the river area, but is he going to stay in, or we've got sticks hitting each other in the air here. Ward is kind of stranded right now, not going to do much here all alone in river, unless he can push forward. He's going to stick it up for now. Zaylog's having kind of a showdown with him. I've been watching Kozen's been playing really smart and been doing real well to stay alive, playing fairly passively and just sort of sitting back, letting his team come to him for heals. He is about to get his Uber though. He's at 98. And here they come. TLR looks like he's going to take it in. Tyler in. First pop, but about to get Uber and just barely getting at his knocks. Tyler getting out of the fight now. But on the point, it's Zaylox who tried to stick it down. Good job there, though, by Samsy, who came in to clean that up. There are still 5 players up, so but I don't know. Are we gonna? They backed all the way out to second. We're maybe gonna have a repush here, though. Real aggressive. Look at how aggressive Epsilon is coming out to block this repush. Forget about that. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, this
secondary
is really
repush now. It's the fight is kind of broken down here. It's gotten pretty scrappy. Scouts are gonna try it maybe underneath or river. Yeah, the fights have sort of broken down and then gotten together again. We're kind of off and on. Looks like it's going to be another encounter though here soon because we're at 80 on both sides, even Ubers. We have no off. Well, we have one off class, or I lied. Tech is on sniper again.
A lot of these plays I've been having just seems to be like every time I look at the scoreboard, I see Bash is down. Right now, he's managed to survive long enough, but if they keep losing their scouts, it's going to be tough to push out. Mike has been dropped there, and Nox was trying to encourage him to push out. So 10 seconds before he respawns, it's going to be Tech getting the Uber here. TLR's coming in forced. It's just a single Uber though. TLR's going to be able to make out Kozen as well. Gets a little support there from Seagull, and oh, Tech almost gets beat it out. Both soldiers trying to focus him down real quick. There's Enigma poking in from main again, really drawing a lot of attention. Seagull onto the point. At the same time, great coordination here from Mixup, but they find themselves averaging 3 players. It's 3 on 3. Get a wheel. But what is this going to end? Here comes this squid. Can Nox not get Squid on TLR in as well? Onto Nox. Reloads a rocket, finishes off the medic, and caps the point.
Squidder did a great job in river. He was just taking out anyone that messed with him. He took out War, the demo. Great work there, and that's 2 in a row for the American team Classic Mixup, who it looked like they had sort of hit a brick wall there at that last point for a little bit, but they finally do figure it out. I'm looking at Seagull to see what he does, if he's going to flock anyone on this middle encounter. He's got the double clip jump here. He's just waiting up above. He's got the med in his sights, but didn't quite have the mobility to get to him. Finally, now he is on the medic. He gets the pick on Nox, and suddenly, though, there are only 2 players left up on Classic Mixup, so the med pick is for nothing. There are only 3 players left up on Epsi. They are going to stick this one out. Kozen runs all the way home to tell his parents what happened.
I was watching the Seagull cam, very acrobatic stuff. Did get that med pick right at the end, but it seemed like the scouts of Epsilon were going ham on that mid.
Look at this, soldier in right away. Tech, my god, chomping at the bit. Came right into last. They're going to play at Kozen, but gets taken out right away. Yeah, Seagull had an okay mid. It took him a few jumps. It was 3 or 4 jumps before he finally got Nox, but it worked out. There is going to be a big advantage since Nox did go down. It's going to be a 65% advantage as Kozen about to get it.
Yeah, we're just about to go past the 20 minutes left mark here, and 2-0 to Classic Mixup, playing as a mix essentially on the North American server, really schooling Epsilon here so far. War's gone down there as Mixup come in with their Uber advantage. Didn't even have to pop. Tech as well going down, and now this is worst case scenario for Epsilon. They're still at Uber disadvantage, and they've lost players. They're going to have to give up another point and back off to last, and hope they can get a good Uber trade here.
We've got a scout thinking about, thinking about making something happen. I was watching, it wasn't Samsy, it's actually Bash was looking around to see if he could come in from behind. Sort of backed off. He was up in the river area. Playing smart though, doesn't want to lose his life, he wants to stay up. TLR goes down, that's a pick from War, a sticky trap pick on TLR. That may slow down, and now Bash thinking about it. Bash wants to come in. He needs a soldier up in river though and goes down. Bash showing sort of that killer instinct. Really wants a big pick, maybe on a medic or a demo. He's going to have to wait for now. Mike coming right out. Ooh, I don't know about this. He knows that the door's going to be stickied up. Can't come through shutter. But Epsilon now holding their own lobby.
Yeah, even though they got those picks, like, there's not much to be done. They still have to take things slowly, be methodical whenever it's this Uber versus Uber situation. You don't want to pop too early and find that your target is miles away at choke or something. And here comes Mike. He's in deep. It's forced to charge before Nox has to pop. So this is a pretty good situation here for Epsilon. They've done damage. They've actually got a frag as well. The Sam manages to clean up Enigma right there.
Woo!
Mike is just smashing somebody. Was that TLR killed himself in the end? Squid is playing around the lobby as well there, but as that little engagement peters out, it's a man advantage again here for Epsilon, but will they push?
Petered out. The Ubers are just about equal. We haven't seen any crits or any craziness yet on that. Bash is down, which is not going to help this push for Epsilon, but you know, this is a tough point at times to push out of, and they're just going to build. Mike's just building right now with Nox, which I think is the right decision. Admirable. Scout's building with him too.
Yeah, Nox, of course, the caller for this team, so if he's unhappy with any situation, I guess they'll push. Here comes the skip jump in there. Seagull denied by Bash, who appears from the water there like a kraken to shut down the Seagull.
Shut down. So yeah, certainly worth it to try, you know, to at the very least suicide in. Both teams have Uber now. It looks like it's going to be Mike taking it. Possibly. Wow. No, he got way ahead of Nox, who finally... Mike in a lot of trouble though now in lobby. He's got his heals, but the Uber gets forced. Great job by Enigma forcing that Uber. They're going to try to clean up the point though. Really nice job by Kozin, who held on as long as he could. Mike is up above now. He's at 35 HP, which is not a great situation. At 2, finally goes down. Nox, meanwhile, is all the way back and very smartly got back to last, because this last point's still up for grabs.
Yeah, credit to Nox. He's always very good at surviving. Whereas Merlin survives by miraculous movement, Nox just knows when to get out and never really overstays his welcome in any push. His soldiers were in deep there, they died, but now they're back on the field. It's 6-on-6, pretty much neck and neck in terms of your Uber advantages, but neither team really able to get out of this death grip here. They're both locked into this, but here, oh, it looks like Seagull wants to try and make a play. Air shot there from Mike. Bash gets credit for the frag though, but neither team has Uber yet. No Ubers forced or popped, no medics dead. Seagull's gone down, just the one-man sacrifice. But will Epsilon take advantage of this? Whilst at the same time remember not to overextend. They have gone in and
Mike goes down. Mike's down,
Big
and
force.
Nox is caught here with 97%. He gets his Uber just barely. That was almost a very bad situation there.
Enigma's in behind. Tech's on last though. Tech's looking the wrong way. Thinks there's somebody in water. Enigma comes in. Gets that frag now. He's on to
Enigma versus the demo. Oh boy. Cleaning up Enigma is Bash, who got back just in time. My god. Probably screaming in the mumble to come save the round.
This is
Seagull goes
really
down there.
hectic stuff now, man.
Yeah, very scrappy. 2 players left up. It's Squitter and his med only. They're going to get out, but a lot of pressure. Epsi's not going to stop. My lord. I thought they were going to come right on up. It was Zalox going down there. A big pick by Mike.
This could be a little bit of a momentum shift here. We're seeing 50 minutes left on the clock. Epsilon finally getting off their own last point, and now they're trying to move forward here. War is looking to trade damage with TLR. They've forced the Uber, but Nox seems to be aware that they were at the disadvantage here. He's positioned himself well. He's going to be able to escape. TLR knows that's a lost cause. He will not chase. And now Epsilon with the big advantage here. Bash has gone down though to make things tricky for them. Tech is in deep here, going toe to toe with TLR. He needs help ASAP. He's managed to make it back to his med pack there on choke, but Uber gets popped off here by Epsilon. They're hunting down frags left, right, and center. Only Enigma remains alive.
Big Samsy got, I think, the last pick there. Actually, Mike finally getting the final pick of that wipe. And Epsilon are making hay, but they're starting to run out of time. We are halfway through this map, and remember, Admirable, we are playing by Euro ETF2L rules, which means this map is going to last 30 minutes, and that's it. And so entering the 15th, or I guess the 16th minute now, we are looking, remember, it's 2-0 right now for the Americans. And this is the American server, so the Euro's trying to make a play here, and we'll see how this encounter goes. They are pushing last. They are very slightly ahead on Ubers. They're at about, they've got about a 20% advantage building right now.
Yeah, I would see a sniper here as well for Mixup. That's Squid, I guess. They've got the engineer as well from Enigma. He's got level 2 right now, just about to be upgraded to level 3. And I wonder, is he going to keep it in that position, or is he just building it up so he can move it? Looks like it's going to be there for the duration of this push, though. Uber comes in, and Sentry's much more effective now that stickies don't do that high air debt damage, and Epsilon just got wiped. Oh my god, get outplayed.
We got outplayed. You called it, friend. Certainly now going from a situation where everyone who was on last attacking to having only one player left, basically a full wipe. Not ideal. And that last point can be... Nox went down, though. What got Nox just now? Or he was still down.
He's just respawned.
Yeah, he's just respawned again. I don't know what I'm thinking at Marble. I'm just shell-shocked by that encounter.
Yeah, that's Sentry gun, oh my god.
Tech wants to pick something out if he can. He wants to turn the tide for this Epsi team if he can. This is an okay spot for a sniper. He's got a soldier in his sights, but he whiffs.
He is an excellent sniper. He sees that medi beam. He wants to go for the medic, but changes his shot at the last minute to the soldier. Combines with War to clean up Seagull. But that is going to induce the Uber here, as Mixup said. Enough is enough. We're not going to stand here and trade shots with the sniper. They've gone in, and the frag they managed to get for that charge is Bash. Nox is poised up top with his entire combo. He's going to Uber early here as he sees the high bomb in there from TLR, who's 21 health right above them. Do they realize he's still there? Nobody's looking at TLR. He's going to get the frag off the Nox. Oh my god, where is the awareness from Epsilon? He was launched sky high there, but eventually landed and killed Nox after a bit of waiting around. This is pretty bizarre.
Tech finally picked out a sniper pick. He's still up as sniper. That high ping, kind of a blessing and a curse. He's looking for the medic right now. I don't know if he's going to pick it out or not. He got TLR a second or so ago. Right now, Classic Mixup are at 95 or so % on their Uber. 93 actually. They are about to get it.
Look at Epsilon stacking the big door here. They're trying to provide cover for Tech. They're looking for a frag here to try and slow down Mixup. But meanwhile, Mixup realised that the choke is undefended. They've moved in for free here. Bash on the back cab, going to draw back both scouts here. Enigma and Squid going back to deal with that immediately. So does Xelox, in fact. That's 4 players going back. And yet Epsilon are still unable to contest the CP2. But Tech with the headshot ringing out across the map is going to shut down Seagull. And he will get bombed by Xelox. And there's already Enigma on last. This guy's a mastermind.
Oh, Enigma.
Outplayed.
And Enigma kind of known for that, his sneaky, slick kind of movement, sneaking in behind. And Gully Wash, a really great map to do that, and almost favors the scouts, especially on these last encounters. Enigma doing that Enigma thing. We're looking at 3-0 for Classic Mixup right now, looking real good. We have just over 11 minutes left. I'm looking at War on this mid, but he's getting backed up, and I don't know if War is in love with his Demo Man class as much as he maybe used to be. Putting out a lot of damage, though. Mike and Bash taking damage. Bash going down, Nox down as well. 3 down for Epsilon right now. War's still out there. War feeling a lot of heat, though, from the scout. He gets taken out. That was Squitter that took him out. Just Tech Samsy up. Tech, though, wants to whips on his jump there. Yeah. Nothing doing. It looks... Wow, he was feeling here from the scout. Still somehow up.
Oh,
sort of holding off this team. Classic Mixup wants to charge in, but they have this pesky French young man here. They finally do take Tech out.
Yeah, good play there from the Mixup mix. Doing a good job of keeping their medic alive in the dying phase of that middle. Look at War up top here. What's he going to do? He's laying down a couple of sticks, but doesn't hit that 2-second mark where they actually start doing big damage, and he will go down. It looks like a little bit of frustration there. I don't know what he was expecting to do, considering that everyone knows, and that no one more than him, that stickies are nerfed that way. But he did go for the play. He will respawn in time to hold last, but there's no stickies up here, no threat for Mixup as they just walk in. Nox gets his Uber just in the nick of time, and this multi-Uber here from Mixup might see them losing a few players here, but TLR just jumped and gets chased down. War actually gets credit for that frag, but Epsilon are 3 down here, and the repush is going to crush them.
Seagull's still up. I want to... They're going to take the round. I want to point out a real great play that Seagull did. Seagull stayed behind the soldier for Mixup, during the Uber encounter, maybe sort of detecting that Kozen was going to bail out, he just stayed. Seagull did not get involved in the fight. He stayed in lobby so that when Kozen backed out, he was there to protect them. And it worked perfect because Seagull got a big pick on a pursuer of Kozen. So really kind of smart play from Classic Mixup. They know how to protect their medic. They know when to sit back and when to attack. Seagull now attacking. He wanted the med, didn't quite get him. A lot of pressure though. Seagull, TLR, and Enigma now all down. And this mid looks very convincing for Epsilon.
Yeah,
Samsey trying to make it happen. Here he finally gets the last pick. That was Zalox.
It was strange that Seagull was in on Nox, landed like that meat rocket, and then chose not to kill him off, put another shot onto Sam. Like they had lots of players wait there, but didn't actually get a frag until the middle was already over. Like there was 6 Epsilon players up for most of that with like less than 50 health, but no focus fire, I guess, from the Mixup players. Enigma gonna rock that sentry gun again, but will it be level 3 by the time Epsilon are ready to push?
Yeah, we are winding down on this map. Remember, it is a 5-point difference, the same way that we play in ETF2L. As Samsey goes down, and both scouts are down now for Epsilon, which will perhaps stall this push. A bit of a brick wall. I mean, Epsi have not been able to figure out this last point as of yet. They've been here a couple times. But Ward is kind of sticking up the doors right now. Not gonna go heavy. He's gonna maybe stick with Demo, realizing perhaps he is more useful as Demo. You know, still. Nerf
I like the way
not.
they're playing around this Sentry and the Engineer. Like those 2 players going in and trading actually bought time for Enigma to get his Sentry upgraded, and now it's level 3, and Epsilon are going to push in blind again, and this is what undid them the last time. They haven't actually checked to see what the setup is, but they've got a frag from this. Zalox, the Demo Man, goes down, but the level 3 Sentry remains, and War spams it down with pipes at the end, but Epsilon are 3 down as the Ubers fade. There's a player on the point here trying to draw attention, but again, a massive advantage situation for Mixup as long as they can hold on to the point here.
Squitter tagged up as CLN and got a headshot on War. And that's what happened, and Tech's still up. He's in River. Oh boy.
He's
hoping no one checks. They're going to check River. They're a top team. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, he's
still in River. Yeah, he's going to go down there. It was a great defense, and I got to give credit to the off-classers. It was a big headshot on War. You know, pushing into last without your demo can be difficult. And now Classic Mixup are going to have a full Uber charge, about a 60% advantage. Seagull just standing on this point right now. Scouts, staying in there.
Yeah,
Samsey doesn't want to leave. Samsey just still in this yard. Finally backs out.
It's been a strange game so far, but Mixup the well-deserved winners at this point, and it's hard to see them being overturned with 6 minutes left on the clock and a 4-round lead. But
yep.
I can't even blame Pings. They've literally just outplayed Epsilon so far on so many occasions that they deserve to be in lead. It's not like Epsilon are unlucky or being too badly affected by that ping.
Yeah, I agree. It's not really a ping issue. Classic Mixup with, you know, not playing with really their regular lineup. They have Kozen in backing up, Zalox as well. Doesn't look like they have backups, but or sorry, you know, not backups, but ringers. They've been very convincing. 6 minutes and 2 seconds left, and it is 4-0 right now for this Classic Mixup team. This is the American server, remember, New York.
Oh wow, War going down there after Bash had ran in to try and make a play, and Epsilon trying to, you know, make something out of this 4-0 loss that they're suffering right now, trying to find rounds here, making aggressive plays, but they don't seem too well thought out. And Mixup, although the play is scrappy, are just holding it together, and they remain with a tight grip on this game, likely to cap it out 5-0. I say that, but Kozen has just gone down to Tech, who does get cleaned up as well. Nox sitting with an Uber advantage here. May have to thought that he's under big pressure.
Yeah, he has to give it to War. He lost Mike, which, I mean, he was with Mike the whole time, but it was a nice play to come in and pick him out. Looks like they will hold on to this last point. They want to come on out. Nox is trying to dole those heals out. There's only 3 players up for Classic Mixup, but they want to try to contest. Look at this. We got up above, Seagull just trying to do his Seagull thing. He's going in, grabbing the pack. Seagull, he's going to come from behind now. He grabs the big pack. Having a little showdown here with War and River. Seagull doing that Seagull thing, flying around.
Oh, and he comes in at exactly the moment he's needed to hook up with the rest of his team and just pump out that damage in the lobby. Incredible time in there. from Mixup and Seagull in particular, but War on 6 health on last is badly in need of heals, but Nox is dead right now. Cozen remains alive, and he's got 2 bodyguards with him here as Squid and Xelox move forward.
Squid getting very convincing picks here. Took out 1 scout already. It's help there with the second one. That's Xelox that took out Bash. Gotta think that Squid, well, he's coming right in on the medic. Demo Ward jumping right down on the point, and we've got Nox here. Uber saws her out. He got at least 2 hits there, but doesn't quite get his Uber. Looks like Classic Mix-Up may clean this up, and that's it. 5-0 for Classic Mix-Up, admirable.
Well played. North America. Turns out you have some teams worth talking about after all. And then they're not even a real team, they're a mixed team. Yeah, decisive victory there. Like, absolutely blew Epsilon out of the water. I guess Epsilon won't be as kind as Insomniac and say, let's play a second map in New York. But maybe I'm jumping the gun here. Let's wait and see what happens. Will we be changing server? I don't know.
We will see what happens, but that is the first map, and you're right, very convincing. I don't know what was going on there at the start with War going heavy, but he gave that up pretty quick. Remember, this is a best of 3 maps, guys, so we are going on to the second map, and having taken that one, Classic Mix-Up, I mean, they can take 2 in a row. That was very nearly what we saw Insomniac do, but they took 3 maps. These are all things that people know.
I'm taking a look at the log here, and I see that despite all that and losing 5-0, Mike is still top damaged. He hit 10k and 389 damage per minute across those 25 minutes played. That's a strange stat. Mike's still up there. He's just the best. Oh my god.
37% of the heals went to Mike. That was one stat I was interested to see. Not an out of this world number, but a little higher than TLR, who had 31% on the pocket side for Classic Mix-Up.
And Bash top deaths. This guy, I don't know. He's dead for half the season, man. Literally, always dead
for half the season. Yeah.
People say, it's because he's uncomfortable not playing with Stefan or whatever, but I expect more. He's an excellent scout. I wish he just cared. He was the guy who just said there is this over thinking it was a best of 1, but no, it's a best of 3. Bash, you have to endure, step your game up, and it looks like everybody's leaving the server, so I guess we are going to Europe. Is that too much of a leap? Is that deduction about right?
I mean, I'll jump in the plane, I guess. No, I would assume that we are moving on. Not going to get the kindness that Insomniac showed to say, yeah, we won. We'll stay on same server. We are going to indeed switch. So it is a best of 3. We want to thank you guys for joining us here at teamfortress.tv for this show match. My name is Getawale. His name is Admirable. We are trying to raise money to send some of these American teams, North American teams, to LAN and to send them to this i52 event in Coventry, England. It is coming up in August. Go to our website, which is i52.tf. It will give you all the details on what we are trying to do. The total amount of money is $13,000 that we need to send these top teams to England for this LAN so that they can go toe-to-toe with the top European teams and beyond.